Hey everyone, this is your stimulus update for Thursday, June 11th. This update is for those of you that still haven't received your first $1,200 stimulus payment from the CARES Act. And I will mainly focus on those of you that are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security retirement or survivors, VA benefits, or railroad retirement benefits recipients. My name is Justin and I do daily stimulus check updates. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, be sure to subscribe right now so that you can receive your own daily stimulus check updates from me, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you would, please click the like button so that YouTube can share this video with others. So in today's video, I want to talk about some numbers that came out from the Treasury Department as far as who has received their stimulus payments and who has not. And it was surprising to see that nearly 35 million people have still not received their first $1,200 stimulus payment. Just a couple weeks ago, they said that 10 million people were all that were left that hadn't received their stimulus payment, but they just came out this week and said that up to 35 million people still haven't received their first payment. Of those 35 million, 7.5 million are on Social Security or railroad retirement benefits recipients and do not file taxes. 10.7 million who are not required to file taxes and do not receive any federal government benefits of any kind are also waiting for their stimulus payment. Those are the people that are required to use the non-filers tool. So a bunch of those people, if they haven't used the non-filers tool, are sitting and waiting for their stimulus payment, and it will never come because they don't receive government benefits and they are not required to file taxes. If you fall into that category, make sure you use the non-filers tool on the IRS's website to enter your information so that you will receive your stimulus payment. And the Treasury Department has also said that there are unknown millions of people that receive SSI only or VA benefits and have still not received their stimulus payment. And I'm not sure why they don't have a number for SSI or VA benefits recipients. However, they just said unknown millions have still not received their stimulus payment that are on SSI or VA benefits. So those are the numbers. There are millions of people just like you that still haven't received their first stimulus payment. So if you are on one of those government benefits of SSI, SSDI, Social Security retirement, survivors, VA benefits, or railroad retirement benefits, and you are not required to file taxes, the IRS has said many times that you are not required to use the non-filers tool. However, recently I've been getting a lot of comments in my comment section from people that have said that they contacted the IRS and they fit that category. They received one of those federal benefits and they are not required to file taxes. And the representative from the IRS told them that they should use the non-filers tool. So lately I've been recommending, if you're still waiting for that stimulus payment and you don't have a payment date on the Get My Payment tool, I would recommend that you probably should use the non-filers tool at this point. And I do realize that the IRS has said that you don't have to use it. However, at this point, you've been waiting as long as you have. The IRS still doesn't have your information or still hasn't processed your payment for whatever reason. So using the non-filers tool, as long as you are not required to file taxes, is fine. And you can use the non-filers tool just to make sure that the IRS has your information. So that is my suggestion. If you haven't received your stimulus payment yet, that $1,200 from the CARES Act, and you are not required to file taxes, and you did not file taxes in 2018 or 2019, whether you receive those government benefits or not, I would suggest using the non-filers tool. And just so you know, if you have a Direct Express card and you use the non-filers tool, you will not receive your stimulus payment on your Direct Express card. The IRS has said that they will send your stimulus payment to the bank account that you added on the non-filers tool, or if you did not add a bank account, they will mail you a paper check or EIP debit card in the mail. And additionally, once you use the non-filers tool, the IRS has also said that it can take up to 2 weeks before your payment status will show up on the Get My Payment tool, and up to 2 weeks or more before you will receive a payment date on the Get My Payment tool. But using the non-filers tool is okay for anyone that is not required to file taxes and is not claimed as a dependent on someone else's taxes. So those of you that still haven't received the first stimulus, the IRS is working on them. There are between 30 and 35 million people that still haven't received their stimulus payment. So you are not alone. There are a lot of people and they're still working on that at the IRS. I don't know why it's taking so long, and I don't understand what is taking so long. But just so you know, they are still sending out payments. Just because you haven't received one yet does not mean you're not going to get one. As long as you're eligible, you should be receiving your stimulus payment. Let's talk about the second stimulus payment. First off, let me be very clear. At this point, there is no second stimulus payment that has been passed in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. The HEROES Act passed in the House a few weeks ago, and then it was sent to the Senate, where it really has not moved at all. The Senate has basically said that they are not going to pass the HEROES Act as it stands. The HEROES Act was over $3 trillion, and some leaders in the Senate have said that they want the next stimulus package to be less than $1 trillion. So there's a lot of room to move and a lot of things that have to change before the HEROES Act would be passed into law. So if you're hearing from someone either on YouTube or somewhere else that a second stimulus is coming soon, I'm sorry, but they are wrong. Even the Senate has said that they're not even going to start deliberating on a second stimulus payment for individuals until the end of July. So some of the reasons for this are the May jobs report that just came out recently was much better than expected. And they actually saw that there were some people that were going back to work rather than losing jobs like we had been seeing for weeks. So I think the Senate is going to wait and hold off a little bit until they see the June jobs report to see if the jobs data is looking better and better. So if the June jobs report does look better, there's less of a chance for a second stimulus payment. However, if for some reason more people go on unemployment between now and then and the June jobs report doesn't look very good, that will highly increase the chance of another stimulus payment coming out. And additionally, the Senate has said that they're going to take a 2-week recess right around July 4th, like they always do, even though they just took a 1-week recess for Memorial Day. So for now, there is no second stimulus coming anytime soon, unfortunately, especially for those of you that are still struggling. And even if you got your $1,200 or not, I'm so sorry, the second stimulus payment is not a thing yet. Thank you once again so much for watching. I know that so many of you are struggling and just trying to make ends meet and just trying to get food and get your bills paid and everything else. And I'm so sorry that it's taking so long for the IRS to get you even your first stimulus payment and for the Senate to even deliberate on a second stimulus payment. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe right now and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a stimulus payment update. And hit the like button if you found any of this information helpful. Thank you once again so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.